friends, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Nidley. I am 23 years old and I am a young mom who is trying to better herself financially, emotionally, and physically. So this channel is just to document my process. So if this is something you're interested in, please continue watching. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey girl, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a continuation of my last video, which is my pregnancy story and how I got pregnant at 21. If you haven't watched that, go back and click and come back and watch this one. So the first thing I wish I knew about pregnancy is everything hurts. It is not this beautiful thing that the movies like to show you where everything is perfect after the first trimester and you're like in no pain until you're about to go in labor and out of nowhere the pain hits you. That is not true. There is like a buildup of pain from the moment your little baby bumps start to grow to literally going into labor. Like in my experience, my stomach I actually got big when I was like 6 months pregnant, and then before that it was just like intense back pain and like intense pain underneath my baby bump, but then it wasn't nothing extreme until the last trimester where I was on my 8th month, where literally I couldn't even walk. That's how much pain I was in. And I used to be working 35 to 38 hours. So I was in excruciating pain most of the time. And I hated being pregnant around that time. Number 2. Your belly is not the only thing that's gonna grow. Everything gets bigger. I had huge breasts. My lips and my nose were huge. My lips was so big that I had a lisp. I was talking hi, nice to meet you kind of thing. It was that serious. And then my foot got bigger. I was a 6.5, and now I am a 7.5. So I can't fit none of the shoes that I used to wear before. My hands got bigger. I mean, obviously you can't tell because you didn't know, but if I used to wear a ring size 6.5, now I'm a ring size 7.5. So it's just everything gets bigger. And another thing that I used to think was not painful, but is very painful, is when the baby moves. People always just show you oh my God, come look, she's moving, and then you would touch it and it's oh my God, that is so beautiful, so amazing. And then they never let on that it is excruciatingly painful. It's so painful that it's just especially when the baby is when you're in your 9th month and that baby starts to move. Oh my God, that thing hurts so bad. And to me, sometimes the baby moving hurt more than my labor did. But then I was high as hell when I was in labor. I was high. I was in so much painkillers. But another thing is your voice changes. Your voice is much deeper when you're pregnant. You just don't sound the same anymore. Maybe it's because you're so tired all the time and you just don't feel using the extra strength to use emotions when you're talking. So I would talk very low and monotone. I'll be my name is Nidley. Yes, I am tired. Yes, I am pregnant. Yes. So it was just I just felt like a robot all the time when I was talking, and I hated recordings of my voice. Like till this day, like I don't think I have any recordings of me talking when I was pregnant. That's how much I hated my voice. Number 5, hyperpigmentation is real. I was like so dark in this area, like from my neck. Actually, no, everywhere was dark. I got so much darker when I was pregnant. Like my neck was super dark, and like my stomach was dark. My butt and my thighs were like much darker than usual. I was just like, I didn't even recognize myself when I was pregnant. I'll insert a picture so you guys can see like a before and after of pre-pregnancy me and while pregnancy. Like I just didn't look like myself at all. And it wasn't until like my baby was like 3 months old that I finally got my color back, and like all the hyperpigmentation was gone, and and the stretch marks like lightened up, because like my stretch marks on like my butt area were like black. Like it wasn't like skin colored, it was black. Like that's how dark they were. And it was crazy. Like I never expected pregnancy to do so much to my body. Like I just thought like it was gonna make me a little bigger, I was gonna be moody, but I was gonna be happy all the time because I was carrying a child. My pregnancy months were the most depressed I had ever been in my life. And I know pregnancy is different for everybody, so I would never say like my pregnancy experience is gonna be your pregnancy experience. It's gonna be completely different. It is, because I knew some people who loved being pregnant. That's not me, and that's not to say it's gonna be you. But just because you're unhappy while pregnant doesn't mean something's wrong with you. You don't have to be happy all the time. And the thing is, your hormones are raging. So whatever you whatever underlying feeling you had before pregnancy, it's just gonna make it like 10 times worse. So if you're a little depressed, then you're gonna be more depressed because your hormones are getting like more intense. But that doesn't mean like something's wrong with you or something's gonna be wrong with your baby. At the end of the day, we're all gonna have different pregnancy experience. That is why every child is one of a kind. Even like me, like my next child, my pregnancy story could be like completely different than this pregnancy story, but that have nothing to do with you as a person. But number 6, like your hair, I'm going all the way down to number 8, but like number 6, you get random infections, like random vaginal infections. Like I was so like, I'm a clean person. I like to think I'm a clean person, but like even when I would like take a shower before work, I used to work nights, I would take a shower before work, I come home and I take a shower after work, and I would still get like random yeast infections. I would still get like I still ended up getting vaginosis, and I had no idea like where it came from. And she was like, my doctor told me that it was like the hormones, the constant rubbing, and it was just like my thighs were getting bigger. Like I wore pants underneath my dresses, and it still would not help. Like I had no idea what to do, because like I think that's one of the reasons that my pregnancy was so horrible, because I would get like yeast infections like every few weeks. It would get treated, it would come back, and it was just like I had no idea why it was happening. And even my doctor, they were like, it has nothing to do with your hygiene, it's just gonna happen. And not everybody's prone to it, but I was prone to it. And ever since I had my baby, I never got like a yeast infection. Before, I never had a yeast infection. So it was just like a pregnancy thing for me, and I have no idea. But number 7 is you have no memory. Like I couldn't remember nothing. You could tell me something right now, like, and then I turn around and I come back and I'm like, what was it you just told me? Because I couldn't remember. I have no memory. And your hair grows like crazy. Like I wasn't getting, like, I would get like random chin hairs. Like, I would get like 3 random chin hairs and I would just pull them out. But then my hair on my head, I cut my hair every 3 months. And my hair was growing like so much, so fast. And after I had my baby, I was like, okay, I'm gonna grow out my hair. And it's not growing like as much as it was now. I mean, I kind of missed that, but it was just like, it was growing so much, it was crazy. But it's not just your head hairs, it's everywhere hairs. And number 9, everything does not go back to normal after birth. I had assumed that after I had my baby, you know, immediately after, my stomach, not immediate, I was gonna give it like 2 weeks or something. I thought my stomach was gonna go flat back because I was very skinny before. Still dealing with that. I thought like my lips and my nose were gonna get smaller. I thought everything was gonna get back to where it was before. But no. It took, like I said, it took 3 months for my skin color to get back to normal. Like, it took a while for my lips and my nose to go back. Like, I still had my lisp after like 3 months of having her. It took a while. It was like when she was like 7 months old, that when we moved to this place that we're in now, that I was like, wait, I don't have lisp anymore. And my nose isn't as big. So it just took a while. And I am actually, but the thing is, I did lose like 30 pounds like 2 months, like a month or 2 after having her. So I lost all that baby weight. But the thing is, I was still 150 pounds. So I had gained like over 80 pounds when I had my baby, and it was ridiculous. Maybe 60 pounds, not 80 pounds. I had gained 60 pounds when I had her, because I was 179. When 179, my last pregnancy weigh-in, and I was 120 before. So yeah, I lost 30 pounds, but I still had to deal with that extra 30 pounds of just pure fat. So I'm finally back to my goal weight. Like last week I checked and I was 130. I was like, oh, okay. So now I just have to work with like toning and like getting things nice and sexy. But yeah, things do not immediately go back to normal. And I wasn't expecting that. Well, I was expecting that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was expecting that. But the last thing is your teeth change. Like, I was like bleeding. Like my gums would bleed every time I would brush my teeth. I couldn't drink cold water. I couldn't, like, there was a lot of things that I couldn't do, like, and then my teeth got like so yellowish. Y'all, it was tough. Like, pregnancy was tough on every part of my body. Literally from my head, well, it was good on my head, to my toe. Like, everything was going through changes, and I just never, I would have never expected that. But comment down below if you're pregnant, or what pregnancy changes you went through when you were pregnant. And if you have any more questions on pregnancy, like, type them down below. And even if you're not pregnant, you're just curious, I'll answer them too. But thank you guys so much for watching. And it was so nice to see my returning subscribers. Hope to see you next week. And if you're new here, please you can all like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you later. Bye.